Today, Missouri Western State University Police hosted a Citizens Academy to help educate the public about human trafficking. The department provided information on what human trafficking is, how you can identify who might be a victim, what law enforcement is doing to combat the issue, and how people can get involved in help solving the problem. KQ2's Courtney Rowe has more.
A Citizens Academy was held at Missouri Western to discuss the issue of human trafficking.
This is a civilian version of the training that we provide to law enforcement all over the country. And what we hope to accomplish through the course of the day is to help the people in the general public understand what human trafficking is and how they can get involved and make a difference.
A big part of the event was deconstructing the common misconceptions of what human trafficking looks like.
The thing that people need to be aware of with how trafficking works is they need to be aware of grooming. That is the red flag. Traffickers spend a lot of time grooming a potential victim, and they do that on purpose because they want to psychologically manipulate and brainwash and get this person thinking that they trust them or they care about them. It's not abduction. That would be one of the biggest myths, I think, that's out there in our social media.
Phillips emphasizes the fact that grooming is a huge part of human trafficking. But what exactly does that look like?
Traffickers look for vulnerabilities in a person. Something that they can grab onto and exploit and use as their way in to build a relationship, to become an answer to this person's problems or their insecurities or whatever their needs and desires might be. And so they'll spend time, kind of building that trust and rapport so that they can later exploit it.
While trafficking is a reality within our own community, Phillips urges people to not let the fear of the threat take over, and rather let it push you to be proactive in being a part of the solution.
I don't want people to come out of our class seeing trafficking in every corner, because it's not. But at the same time, I don't want people to be afraid to report suspicions. I've known too many victims of this who have told me stories about how they saw people in the general public and they could tell that they were uncomfortable with what they're seeing but just didn't know what to do, and maybe were afraid to make a report for fear of, what if I'm wrong? Just make the report. It's law enforcement, it's their job to follow up and investigate, and you can go home and be at peace with the fact that you've done your part, you've made the report. Maybe it was, maybe you were wrong with your suspicions, but maybe you were right. And if you were right, you could potentially save a life. So,
reporting, Courtney Rowe, KQ2 News.
And if you suspect someone may be a victim of human trafficking, call 911 or the Human Trafficking Hotline at 888-373-7888.